every couple of weeks, Donald Trump loves to come out and joke, because it's hilarious, about violating the U.S. Constitution, specifically the 22nd Amendment, and stay in office after his second term ends. He even has Trump 2028 merch available, not just on his website, but literally in that little White House gift shop he has created that he gives to foreign leaders. And he admitted, it drives him crazy when I bring this up. So he's trolling us a bit, but I do think 100% Trump wants to be president for life. To complicate matters a little bit more, his allies, especially Steve Bannon, have been out there as recently as 3 days ago talking about Trump will get a third term. We are working on the legal logistics of it, and of course, the public's going to support him, he's going to win, and Trump will get a third term. Bannon said that in a recent interview that aired on News Nation, and he's been saying it since before Trump was even sworn in for his second term. Bannon is 100% convinced a third term of Trump is going to happen. You have two different Republican representatives, one of them Randy Fine from Florida, the other Andy Ogles from Tennessee, that have also attempted, poorly because it didn't go anywhere, to get Congress to support repealing the 22nd Amendment so Trump could do a third term. In other words, all of this talk about Trump 2028 is actually ramping up. And I have seen the panic of some people on social media. I get emails, I get questions when I, put out for a Q&A, like, is this going to happen? And to that I say, everybody relax. Donald Trump is not going to serve a third term in office. Now, I have made predictions and assumptions plenty of times over my 21-year career in progressive media that turned out to be totally off the mark. Okay, I'll admit that. Everybody does. But I definitely have done it, and I've been so certain about those things. But trust me on this, and I'll give you the reasons in just a moment. But Trump will not serve a third term in office, okay? It ain't gonna happen. And there's several reasons why, and these are reasons that Steve Bannon himself refuses to acknowledge. First and foremost, Donald Trump is the least popular president, or the most unpopular president, I believe is a better way to say that, in modern American history. Even among his own Republican Party, he is the most unpopular Republican among Republicans in decades. Like, you have to go back to Richard Nixon before you find a Republican president that had a lower approval rating in his own party than Trump has right now. He is underwater on every single issue possible. Everybody hates him, okay? Or at least a majority of people hate him. So, if Trump were to somehow get on the ballot, right? If we repeal the 22nd Amendment, which even that is a Herculean task, you got to have 2/3 of the House and Senate, 3/4 of the state legislatures. That's never going to happen. So we're not even going to repeal the 22nd Amendment, so none of this matters. But assuming we did, and Trump is on the ballot, you really think all these people who hate him, who are watching prices increase, who are being stripped of their civil liberties, you think they're going to go back and vote for him again in a fair election? No, they're not. They didn't do it after his first term, but they forgot about that because voters do have a very short attention span. He wouldn't win. But I also mentioned if he's healthy. And that's the biggest part. It doesn't matter if you repeal the 22nd Amendment. It wouldn't matter if Trump had a 98% approval rating among the general public. The man's going to be 82 years old by the time this term ends. We're 9 months into this term, and he already looks like he's half dead. His brain is working as if it's 75% dead in 9 months. So do you honestly think that in 3 years and 3 months from now, he's going to be healthier than he is today? Do you think his brain is going to be functioning better in 3 years than it is right now? No, right now is now the baseline. and it's only going to go down from there. He will not remember his own name in 3 years. All that McDonald's and KFC coursing through his veins and pooling in his ankles, you don't think that is going to affect him? Trump will be lucky to make it to the end of his second term before his body craps out without even considering a third term. So again, it's not going to happen. And I implore you, stop falling for the rage bait. They don't do it because they think Trump is going to run and win a third term. They do it to troll you, to get you riled up, and then point and laugh at you like, they've got Trump derangement syndrome. Stop falling for it, okay? It's not gonna happen. He physically can't make it, okay? So, anybody out there worried about Donald Trump serving a third term, if you only trust me on one thing for the rest of my life, trust me on this. That man will not serve a third term in office. And if I'm wrong about that, well, it's not going to matter because we'll all probably be locked up in the liberal camps together, not able to get out. So if that happens and I'm in the camp with you and you see me, you can punch me in the face for being wrong about the third term, but I'm confident that ain't going to happen. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.